Welcome to Room 9, the region's largest classroom. I am Mrs. Wright, and I teach second grade at Monroe Elementary in St. Charles. No, I don't. I actually teach first grade, but I'm teaching you guys second grade, all right? Second grade reading, and this week we are learning all about poetry. So, I am super excited to welcome everyone, kids, adults, any age are welcome to learn with us, okay? So you're probably wondering why I'm dressed like this, and it is a poetry pajama party. So if you don't have your jammies on, which you probably don't because it's in the middle of the afternoon, go ahead and put some jammies on if you would like to join me in our poetry pajama party. I am loving writing poems. It's a lot of fun. We have learned this week what poetry is. We've learned how to read poems that have figurative language and learn the different types of figurative language that might be used. So if you're watching this live on TV, you can go catch these on YouTube if you need to. And if you're watching it on YouTube, you can go back and watch the other ones. So it's amazing. Also, this week we have learned about a poet and what poetry is. So today, we also learned how to write a poem with our 5 senses. So today we're gonna learn how you study poetry. How do you actually figure out what the poems are teaching you? And I have some tips and tricks. Really, they're just different things that I've learned how to read poetry. Some of them people have taught me, some of them I've learned myself. So remember, a poem, I'm getting ahead, stop. You probably are back and you got your jammies on, right? Do you? You don't? Okay, if you want, go now. Go put your jammies on, okay? Go. Okay, for everybody else, as usual, we're gonna get our brain and our bodies ready, okay? I'm feeling a little excited today. It was a beautiful day outside. I have a lot of water in me, so I'm feeling awake. That's always super good for my brain. I am a little toasty in this robe, so my body does feel a little warm, so that's kind of making me a little uncomfortable. So trying to figure out how I can calm my body, because remember, in order for you to be a good learner, your brain and your body have to be ready. And sometimes you just kind of have to power through. Maybe your brain and your body isn't fully, totally 100% focused, and you kind of just have to make the best of it and move forward. I'm really hot right now, but I'm not gonna take my robe off because it's my pajamas and we're having a pajama poetry party. So I'm just gonna have to make the best of it and move forward. So remember that. If you're not fully focused sometimes, get yourself as focused as you can get. And if you're still a little ooh, my brain's everywhere, you just gotta power through, okay? Okay, so we are going to learn some tips for studying poetry, and then I have 4 different poems that we're gonna read and study. So, studying poetry. Here we go. Let me find a little bit of a brighter marker. Hopefully I don't knock this whole thing over. Okay, here's something you can do when you're studying poetry. This is not gonna work down here. I'm gonna move it up a little. Excuse me, folks. Okay, one thing you can do when you're studying poetry is to read it several times, because if you're having trouble understanding something, that's the best thing you can do. Read and reread it, read and reread it, and try and figure out what is this saying. Okay, so sometimes when I'm reading, it takes me a while. I might have to reread something to fully comprehend it, okay? Another good thing with poetry is to read the title. Read the title. the title gives you a lot of clues as to what the poem could be about. And it might help you when you're confused with what's happening in the poem or what the poem is trying to teach you. Okay, now this next part, what is the tone? I'm gonna put that here. What is the tone or mood? What is the mood? Okay, so like the poem, is it happy? Is it sad? Is it scary? So you have to figure out, just like movies or TV shows can have a certain mood, so can poetry, and they make you feel a certain way. So you have to figure out, what is the mood of this poem? Okay, another important thing about poetry is, how is it organized? Is it organized like a song? Is it organized like a book? Is it organized maybe like each word is a different line? Does it have a pattern to it? Meaning, is it have like a sentence and then a fragment, a sentence and then a fragment, right? Complete sentence and then either missing the subject or the predicate. Is there a certain pattern to it? So I'm gonna write that down as well. Is there a pattern that you could follow or help you understand? Writing on this apple underneath is not my brightest idea all the time. Okay, what's the pattern? And, are there any rhymes? Is there a rhyme? Is there rhythm? Remember, rhythm would be like kind of like a song. Rhyme would be like coat and boat, cat and hat, right? So do the ends of each line always rhyme? Maybe there's every other one. Maybe when you're reading it, you can feel yourself getting into a rhythm, maybe. Who was it written for? Okay, was it written for little kids? Was it written for maybe someone who loves someone else? Was it written for someone who's sad and wants to write to someone like a relative that's maybe passed away? Is it written for adults? You never know. It's really important to pay attention to who the poem was written for. I keep doing, is there figurative language? What does that figurative language mean? Okay, that's important to notice. What feelings is it trying to tell you? What feelings is it showing? Okay, and is there a theme? Like, is it about baseball? Is it about the first day of school? Is it about summertime? Could that help you figure out anything? I don't know. So we are going to read several, what you've probably heard before. They are like, you might think they're songs, but they're probably, you could consider them songs. You could consider them poems, I think. And all 5 of these are being read with permission from Crabtree Publishing Company. Now, we're gonna have to get a little creative. I'm gonna show it to you on my screen because it's on my computer, okay? So I'm gonna do my best to make it work. I think that's pretty good. So we have 5 little monkeys, all right? And maybe let me try and let's adjust just a little. Hang on. Maybe? Is that a little better? No? Nope, I don't think it's a little better. Let's see. 5 little monkeys. Okay. All right, 5 little monkeys. Here we go. Oh, there we go. 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed. Let's do this. One fell off and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor and the doctor said, "No more monkeys jumping on the bed." Give me a thumbs up if you've heard this before. Yeah, it's fun. Oh, 5 little penguins. So, can you think of the rhyming words that were in that poem of the 5 little monkeys? Yeah, bed, head. Said, bed. Good. All right. So, do you think that poem was written for little kids? I do. I think it was trying to teach little kids, don't jump on the bed, right? You could get hurt, even though it's a lot of fun. Okay, let's keep going. 5 little penguins. 5 little penguins learning how to slide. One slips up and hurts his side. Poor guy. Mama called his papa and his papa cried, "No more penguins learning how to slide." All right, more rhyming words, right? Okay, let's read it together. You want to read it to me? Read it with me and practice our fluency. These ones are really good for practicing fluency. I gotta get a little bit, oh, this is a mess. A little bit better of a setup here. 5 little penguins learning how to slide. One slips up and hurts his side. Mama called his papa and his papa cried, "No more penguins learning how to slide." Okay, so let's kind of study those 2 poems using our studying poetry chart. So we read each of them one time. Oh wait, no, we read it through and then we read it again at the end. So we did this, we read it several times. We read the title. It's short, that's how it's organized. It's pretty short. It follows the same pattern of like the animal's learning to do something, animal does it, gets hurt, someone comes and then they say, "No more," right? So it follows a pattern. That's how it's organized. There was definitely rhyme, and we found those rhyming words. And there was a rhythm, you could hear my voice. 5 little penguins learning how to slide. One slips up and hurts his side. I could basically sing it, right? That's how you know there's a rhythm to it. Is there a theme? Well, we said we think the theme is probably teaching the penguins and the monkeys not to jump on things or do dangerous things. So it's probably meant for kids not to do dangerous things. There wasn't a ton of figurative language in it. And we said the feelings that it's showing, well, the parents were concerned when they got hurt, but then they were also a little annoyed, like, don't do it anymore, right? Okay, let's try another one. Ooh, this is a popular song. You'll probably know this. Oops, I gotta move it back. Okay. Oopsies. Okay, I'm really hoping this time goes a little more smoothly. It's the glare that I'm trying to get rid of. So let me move this in. Up close and personal. and try and remove some of the glare by turning that down. There we go. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Do you know this? All right, we're gonna read it first. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Oh, that was just the title. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. How I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Oh, that's using similes, like a diamond. A star can't be a diamond. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. All right, let's read the whole thing together. Are you ready? We could even sing it. Let's sing it and practice our fluency. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. That was a very special treat for you. I don't think I ever sang on live TV before, so that was beautiful, wasn't it? Okay, so I think this is telling us, oh, we'll read the next one. But I did notice the simile, and I do notice like rhythm and rhyme because again, we just sang it. Now this is Spaceship Spaceship Zooming High. Spaceship Spaceship Zooming High. Far across the starry sky. Past the moon and over Mars. Racing past the shooting stars. Spaceship Spaceship Zooming High. Far across the starry sky. I notice a pattern. Do you? Let's read it again. I bet we can read it to the tune of Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Here we go. Spaceship, spaceship, zooming high. I'm just kidding. Let's do it to Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Spaceship, spaceship, zooming high. Far across the starry sky, past the moon and over Mars, racing past the shooting stars. Spaceship, spaceship, zooming high. I just threw that in for fun. Far across the starry sky. So it kind of tells us what spaceships do, right? Some of the rhyming words: high, sky, Mars, star. High and sky again. Molly, hi. Let's see if she says hi this time. She hasn't said hi all week. Come here. Come here, we're learning about poetry. Oh, yes. Say hi to the kids. It's our poetry pajama party. Where are your PJs? No one told you? You didn't get the memo? Look, say hi. Say hi. You don't want to look at the camera? She's camera shy, guys. It's okay. I forgive you. All right, I'll see you later. Bye. She's right here, wants to be petted. Anywho, so we did read Twinkle, 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 Little Star and Spaceship, Spaceship, Zooming High. These are nursery rhymes. I don't know if you heard them as a kid, but I did. And I think these two poems probably teach you to wonder things, right? So it's saying, I wonder what you are, and then it wants to know about the spaceship in the sky. So there's definitely rhyme, there's definitely rhythm, there's definitely a pattern, and I think it was written for little kids to enjoy. And it's easy for adults to remember. Okay, let's pull up another one. Here we go. This will be interesting. Here we go. Go back. Okay. Again, this is being read with the permission of Crabtree Publishing. Here we go. Hey, Diddle Diddle, the cat and the... Oops, I should make it big. Shouldn't I? I just get so excited. Hey, Diddle Diddle, the cat and... The cat and the fiddle. The cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such fun, and the dish ran away with the spoon. Hey, diddle diddle. Let's read it again. Hey, diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle. The cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such fun, and the dish ran away with the spoon. I really don't know what this one means. Let's keep reading the next one and see. Ooh. Hey, diddle doodle, the pipe and the poodle. The frog hopped over the star. The big tiger roared to see such tricks, and the fork zoomed away in his car. I think these are just kind of fun and silly. Let's keep reading. Hey, diddle doodle, the pipe and the poodle. The frog hopped over the star. The big tiger roared to see such tricks, and the fork zoomed away in his car. So rhyming words. Let's find some rhyming words. Star, car, doodle, poodle. Nice job. Okay. I think those were written again for fun. More fun poetry. Okay, let's read one more. And let's see this one. I don't know, I just really like them. They're fun little nursery rhymes. Okay, here we go. Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Uh-oh. Probably is teaching you not to sit on a wall, right? Or do things that are dangerous. Humpty Dumpty at sea. Let's see what he does. Humpty Dumpty fell off a rock. Humpty Dumpty had a great shock. The pictures are helpful in these poems. All the queen's captains and all the queen's crew tried to stick Humpty together with glue, and they glued him wrong. All right, let's practice our fluency. Are you ready? Humpty Dumpty fell off a rock. Good, scoop him up. Humpty Dumpty had a great shock. All the queen's captains and all the queen's crew tried to stick Humpty together with glue. Nice job. More rhyming words. Crew, glue, shock, rock. I thought that was going to be the last one, but there's one more. Really enjoy these. Okay, this one will be our last one for real this time, I promise. And this is one you've definitely heard before. You might even know the motions to it. All right, Itsy Bitsy Spider. The Itsy Bitsy Spider climbed up the water spout. It's the water spout right here where the rain goes. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. See, it has rhythm, it has rhyme. You just start singing. And the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again. Okay, reading with fluency, here we go. The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again. Oh, whoops. Itsy Bitsy Beetle, here we go. The Itsy Bitsy Beetle was playing on the wall. Down came the snowflakes and made the beetle fall. Wall, fall, that rhymes. Here comes the wind to blow the snow away. Now the Itsy Bitsy Beetle is climbing up to play. The Itsy Bitsy Beetle was playing on the wall. Down came the snowflakes and made the beetle fall. Here comes the wind to blow the snow away. Now the Itsy Bitsy Beetle is climbing up to play. Woo! That was fun. So nursery rhymes, those are some that you might have heard before, and they are fun to read, and they are like sing-songy. So even if we had a different poem that we could analyze, some of them might be a little harder, but you can still use these skills. Read it several times, read the title, figure out how's it organized, what's the pattern happening. What is the poem trying to teach you? Is it for fun? Is it trying to teach you something? Is there a feeling? So what's the purpose of the poem? Is there a theme? Some of those have the same kind of theme. Lots of them use animals, bugs. Who was it written for? So maybe not all the poems are written for kids, right? Those were all probably written for kids. I read them the most whenever I would be like heading to bed. So I feel like that's part of what they were made for. And what's the mood? So I think the mood of those was like fun. Wow, this is really like my pajama hair, guys. Those moods were fun. You can read them, you can sing them. They're good for like teaching rhyming words to little kids. So I had a lot of fun with you today at our poetry pajama party. We are gonna run out of time for us to write our own poem, but my challenge to you is to write your own poem. Maybe you wanna make it like a song. Maybe you want to make it like when we read Spectacular Spots. Maybe you want to use some of that alliteration, personification, all those things that we learned. I challenge you to write as many poems as you can. And remember, you can write it about anything, okay? All right, I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Teaching in Room 9 is made possible with support of Bank of America, Dana Brown Charitable Trust, Emerson, and viewers like you.